Welcome to another edition of the Dementia Care Partner Talk Show. Now, here's dementia care expert Teepa and your host, Greg Phelps.
Hello and welcome to the Dementia Care Partners podcast, brought to you by Positive Approach to Care. I'm your host, Greg Phelps, and joining me as usual is Teepa Snow. Teepa, welcome to 2021 continued, or is it 2022?
We hope it's 2022 this time. I'm tired of 2020 dragging to 2021. And now with a big O in the house going to 2022. This is just getting old, starting with an O, but not the kind that I am and you are. It's just like...
We have, quote unquote, normal brains, and this is dragging on for us. So what have we learned about ourselves and how this might relate to persons living with dementia?
Okay. Well, we've learned that there are more of us that are living with full out anxiety episodes. We've learned that there's more of us with quote unquote normal brains that are living with depressed episodes and affect. We've learned that there are more of us that have hypertension and have gained weight and have lost weight unintentionally and feel socially isolated and have been more apt to feel threatened and uncomfortable than have existed in anything since a war that we've been involved in.
So can we draw any parallels between what we're experiencing and what somebody in early stage dementia might be experiencing? Because I'm hearing some similarities there, perhaps.
Yeah. So this sense that, you're not in control like you used to be. You can't make connections like you used to. That there are these factors outside of your control that just seem to keep popping up and you think you've got something under control and then it happens again. And this sense of feeling hopeless, helpless, trapped, isolated, abandoned, people aren't caring, people don't know, relationships that are fractured, relationships that are fraught because they're too close. So what we started experiencing in 2019 and came full blown in 2020, and that absence phenomenon. And it's big, that sense of being absent and then taking risks, taking incredible risks you would otherwise never take. But just feeling, if I don't do it, when am I going to do it? I could quite literally die and never see people I care about again. But I might not, but I don't know, but they might die. There's no guarantees here.
So how can we turn this experience into knowledge that we can use? I know it's a bit of a leap, but you're great at taking these leaps.
Yeah. So some of the things that we want to recognize is we are not as novice as we were 2 years ago. We have developed some strategies and some techniques and some interactions that do seem to be beneficial with one another and can get us to a better place emotionally, physically, even spiritually. And what we do know is that when we recognize something isn't working, we do have the power to say, pause. This just doesn't seem to be working. Okay, should I keep working on it in this format, or should I take even a further step back and say, I think I need to back up a little bit and go pick another road because I don't see this one going anywhere positive. So in an example, Greg, would be, that decision to have somebody in a residential care setting versus care for them in a home setting or a community setting or those kind of things. And I think, what we're doing is reevaluating that, because we know staffing is at an all-time low in facilities. We know that people are getting placed in places that may not match their needs or abilities just because of staffing issues or availability or COVID threat. We know that some groups are more progressive in their thinking than others. So, this whole thing of like going, whoa, wait, this just isn't working. And it's like, okay, well, let's pause then. What is working? And reminding ourselves for everything that isn't working, if you're still here and you're still kicking, something's still working. What is it? And then making some adjustments, choosing to make adjustments. And they could be bigger or they could be smaller, but thinking them through before you start trying to do them and rehearsing even.
It's been a transformative experience for many companies, including a Positive Approach to Care, because who knew that we could do so much by Zoom and other communication methods?
Yeah, I mean, we've been remarkably resilient. I guess that's the favorite word, resilient.
Resilient.
Yeah, and being resilient is cool, but it's hard work. I mean, it is hard work. It's recognizing this is stressful, but I'm not distressed. This is frustrating, but I'm not angry. This is a little confusing, so I need to get my head straight before I move forward. I mean, and I think that's a lot of what we've done online. And, we went into it, we jumped whole into it. So, we're now doing a variety of things we would never have done 2 years ago, or even a year ago. I mean, a year ago, we weren't on TikTok. Quite honestly, we weren't anywhere near TikTok. I mean, I didn't, where I was I had sort of like turned it on for a second, went, yeah, no, and turned it right back off of my phone as an app. But then, we discovered it in late October, and we now have over 202,000 followers. And we have some of our videos that over 3 million people have watched. And those are our option 1, option 2 videos, where we show what's the common sort of way of dealing or addressing something, and then what we think is a better option. And we give you little hints along the way. And those are incredibly popular with folks. And we also do dance videos. So, I mean, that's really an adjustment we've made. But it turns out there's a lot of people who want to learn out there on TikTok, not just people who want to watch, like fun stuff and interesting, weird stuff, but people who are really, truly trying to figure out dementia, and they're often trapped or alone. And so feeling trapped or alone is a dangerous place to be. So that feels like a good change that will keep going.
That's a common phrase we hear quite a lot from persons who are care partners for somebody living with dementia. They feel trapped.
Or even people living with dementia, Greg. That's been interesting, because we've connected to several people living with dementia who said they so appreciated our videos because it gave them a way to share with their care partners.
Yeah. Teepa, 2022, welcome.
Here we come. more to go. We are going back to some in person. So there's a heads up, and maybe a conversation.
Stay tuned. Teepa, thank you very much.
Thanks, Greg.
You've been listening to the Dementia Care Partners podcast series, brought to you by Positive Approach to Care.
Hi, I'm Teepa Snow, and you just found our YouTube channel and watched one of our videos. I'm the owner and founder of Positive Approach to Care. Thanks for watching. And if you liked, if you have a comment about, or you would, please share it with people you know. Oh, and if you haven't yet done it, consider subscribing. We'll let you know when the next new video comes out. And you might want to visit our website, www.teepasnow.com, where you'll find other resources as well. See you there.